Good morning everybody. Today we've got another grocery haul, and today we went to Lidl and we bought quite a nice range of things. So this is for two people, two adults, for probably a week because we have a lot of stuff at home already, so we don't need too much. So I'm just going to start from this side and then go across. So we got some kefir, and this is a mixed berry kefir, and I'm new to this kind of drink. I tried it at uni for the first time a few months ago and I really like it. It is relatively expensive, I think, so I don't have it all the time, but I think it's really tasty, and so I'm excited to try the mixed berry version. Next to that we got some semi-skimmed milk and 2 bottles of wine. We also got some cheese. So we got a white cheddar and a red Leicester. I really like red Leicester, it's really tasty. And also some goat's cheese, and goat's cheese is my favourite type of cheese. I think it's delicious, and I'm here for all types of goat cheese. Some corned beef, and that is actually also really expensive, especially considering what it is. But I think it's really nice on occasion, so I got this as a little treat. Moving on to some fresh stuff, we got some tomatoes, and we haven't got any tomatoes growing in the garden at the moment, so that is a shame, but we do have some tomato plants from some tomatoes that were thrown in the garden for composting. They decided to grow, so that'll be really interesting to see what comes out of those, if anything at all. We bought some sweet peppers, and this is primarily to harvest the seeds, if I'm completely honest. I love harvesting seeds from fruit and veg that you get from the supermarket, and I think it would be so cool to be able to grow these next year, especially because these are British sweet pointed red peppers, so there's more of a chance of them actually growing and producing if they're native to our climate, or at least used to our climate. These aren't fresh, but we got some milk chocolate raisins, some romaine lettuce heads, some sour cream for some recipes that I would like to try. I'm going to try them first and then see how they are and then share them, so hopefully they're not too bad. Some bean sprouts and some romaine lettuce. Moving on, we got some bread and some potatoes. We bought a really big bag of potatoes the other week, if you guys remember, if I showed them, but they all went off really quickly, so that was really weird, and I wasn't very happy about that because they went sour and we had to throw them away, so that wasn't great at all. So we had to get some new ones and a smaller bag this time, so hopefully these ones last a bit longer. Bought some tuna chunks, so we got 4 of these, and some carrots, some bananas, some Tim Tams. I first tried Tim Tams when I was in New Zealand about 7 years ago, and I thought they were very tasty. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, more to the point. And they've recently come to the UK, where I've seen them, so my mum would like to try them, so we bought some of these. They're very much like penguins, for those of you in the UK. They're very much like those. They taste very similar, but they're just slightly different. And these ones have more varieties, like these caramel ones. I think they also have some mint ones and some forest berries and stuff, but I'm not sure if they're just over there in New Zealand. I bought an aubergine, and that's all of the fresh stuff. Moving on to the more sweetie things, as well as the Tim Tams and the chocolate raisins, we bought some of these Viennese swirls. Whirls. I don't know. These are for my mum. And then some chewy sweets, and then some sharing bags of crisps because we've got some family events coming up soon. And these are really cool. These are just some posters. So there's numbers, alphabet, and then there's telling the time and phonics. And these are just pretty cheap posters. So if we don't have family to give them to, because there are some babies in the family, if they don't like them, then we'll just donate them to a school. It's no biggie. So I thought this was a pretty good grocery haul, to be honest. We've got a nice range of foods, and I'm most excited for the kefir, I must admit. So this all came to £56.14. I'll put the conversion into US dollars on the screen somewhere so you can see. And I don't think we got very much for the cost of it, but I think that was primarily because of the posters and then the sharing bags. So If we didn't have those, we can get a lot more fruit and veg, but we don't need that much at the moment because we've got plenty of frozen stuff. So yeah, that's what we got today. And yeah, what do you guys like to get on your weekly shops? Are the prices fairly similar where you are, or the shops that you go into? I would love to know down in the comments. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.